if you get separated from your family just because you didn't have permission to be in this country? You didn't do anything wrong. You just earn your honest work every day, but still not enough. That achieving the American dream is illegal to the eyes of many. This is happening to millions of immigrants that have moved to this country for a better life for themselves and their family. It is important to have all the information needed to educate people about the importance of immigration in this country. Also showing how this issue can be resolved by knowing the values of God. As a Christian and an immigrant to this country, I have been able to experience firsthand the troubles that immigrants deal with on an everyday basis. I also view all the benefits that immigrants can bring for the prosperity of their counties, states, and country. Immigration is seen as a social problem. However, it promotes the economy, it keeps families together, and reflects the acceptance of God's teachings. Today, I want to begin by validating how important immigration is seen as a social problem. This issue is actually improves the economy of this country, it does not separate countless families, and by showing acceptance, it reflects God's teachings. Let's take a look at this important topic. This country was founded by immigrants. These people are usually hardworking, dedicated individuals that only want a better life for their families. There will always be opposition to this decision. That's why we need to introduce the advantages of having families move to this country. In the article, What are the advantages and disadvantages of immigration employment, it states how labor is often cheaper for the companies due to the fact that illegal immigrants usually work for a lower labor cost. It promotes economic growth for the country. The more skilled workers that move to this country, it will create more business and the economy will bloom. According to the Economic Benefits of Immigration, written by Giovanni Perry, talks about if there's more workers, there will be more investment, that companies want to expand their establishments. Also, the more immigrants move to this country, employers seek individuals with a second language besides English. These employers are usually offered higher wages because of the preparation. Now, this will lead me to my second point. The more this country sees these people as problems, it wants to stop it any way possible. There's thousands of deportations every year. More than half of them are for reasons other than criminal. That means that those thousands of families are separated daily. Fathers and mothers are taken away from their kids. According to the statistics presented in the article written by Gonzalez Barrera and Croxton, 83% of the deportations are not presented in front of a judge, which means that there's not fair trial for these people. These families were not allowed to find representation for their loved ones. There's an estimate that 7 million children born in the United States live with parents originally from Mexico, and only half of these children live with parents that are not citizens. Having families separated brings emotional and economical problems. There are especially damages for children whose parents get deported. Some of these kids are often put in foster care, or parents lose their kids due to immigration status. These innocent people are often stopped at a roadblock due to the fact they are not documented or taken to jail. Most of these cases end up with deportations. The stress of separation is felt by all members of a family. Mothers take on the burden of family subsistence, but the emotional stress for children who are often less verbal is especially disturbing. This brings me to my final and last point. The solution to this social problem is to allow the love of God to reflect on us. We are all immigrants in this world. We only hold a temporary status until the Lord comes from His church. The Bible states in John 13:34, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another just as I have loved you, that you also are to love one another." This does not say only to love the people that are legal to this country. This is a commandment from God, so it should be followed. Another commandment in the Bible found in Leviticus 19:33-34 says, "When a strange sojourns with you in your land, you should not do him wrong. You shall treat the stranger who sojourns with you as a native among you, and shall love him as yourself." This basically refers to respecting immigrants because at one point everyone's an immigrant to this country. This brings me to my conclusion. I conclude by stating once more that immigrants should not be seen as a social problem. that having immigrants come to this country brings many positive changes. It improves the economy and enriches the country. It will keep families together, and whenever we let God loves reflect on us, we can love our neighbor as much as we love our Father. Go show how immigration promotes the economy. That accepting it will keep families together. That it should not be seen as a social problem, but reflect the love of God's values. I encourage you to analyze what you're doing to improve and resolve this problem. You have enough information to back up your points if necessary when talking about such a difficult topic. Pray to God this issue can be resolved and His values can be reflected.